Hi there. So you're thinking about moving to Provo, Utah or the surrounding Provo, Utah area, the Utah County area. This channel's for you. Today I'll be talking specifically about Eagle Mountain, which is about 45 minutes to the northwest of Provo, Utah. Come along with me and we'll explain all the pros and cons of what it's like to live in Eagle Mountain, Utah. And if you listen to the end, I'll make sure to throw in some bonus pros about why it's great to live in Eagle Mountain, Utah. I'm Scott Walters with Best USA Realty. I'll make sure to leave my contact information up on the screen or in the comments section below. But again, if you're thinking of moving to Provo, Utah or the surrounding areas, then reach out to me. I'd love to help you with whatever your real estate needs may be, or even if it's not real estate related, I'd love to help you out in relocating to the Utah County area. And again, today I'll be talking about Eagle Mountain, but I'm covering everything from Lehigh to the north, to Provo in the middle, to Salem, Santaquin to the south, and all the cities in between. I'm dropping weekly videos on what it's like to live in Provo and Utah County. So make sure that I want you to like this channel, subscribe to it, and make sure that you click on that notification bell so that you get notified every time that I drop a new video about living in Provo, Utah and the surrounding areas. So with that, let's get talking about Eagle Mountain, Utah. Pro number one for me about Eagle Mountain, Utah has to be the fact that it's basically a new community. It's 25-something years old. So, I mean, the area's been out there for a while, obviously, but they didn't incorporate Eagle Mountain itself until I wrote it down. It's 1996, I believe. Yeah, in 1996 is when they incorporated Eagle Mountain. And in the year 2000, Eagle Mountain had a population of 2,157. Now Eagle Mountain has a population of just under 50,000 people. So the growth has just been tremendous. So when I say it's all new and shiny, I mean that. Like when you go to Eagle Mountain, there's not going to be some old part of town where you've got 100 or 150-year-old homes or old pioneer homes. You're not going to find that out there. What you're going to find are homes that are basically new. Like I say, the oldest homes are basically built in the mid-90s, and so everything's brand new. Right now, there's just a ton of building that's going on out there, so it's a fantastic place to go look for brand new builds, either a townhome, a single-family home. They have ranch-style homes on acreage, an acre or half acre or even 5 acres, and most of them are, like I say, fairly new. So I like to say that one of the pros for Eagle Mountain is it's just shiny and brand new. That also means that all the shopping and stores are very new. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, there was not one business out there. There was not one store to go grocery shopping at. You had to go to Lehigh to do any of your grocery shopping. Now there's at least 2 grocery stores. There's one that's in the ranches part of Eagle Mountain, and then there's also the one out in the city center part of town. So the interesting thing with Eagle Mountain is there's basically 2 parts of it. You have the one part that's very near Saratoga Springs, and that's called the ranches. And then just a few miles, I'm guessing maybe 5-6 miles around the corner behind Lake Mountain, you have Eagle Mountain City Center. And there was just a big space in between those 2 parts of town. And for the longest time, it is beginning to fill in. There's still quite a bit of space between those, but it is definitely filling in. And with that, all that new growth, you've got new stores in the area. Like I said, a couple grocery stores. I've mentioned before when I'm out getting videos for, shooting some video and getting pictures for these videos, my car gets super dirty, and so it's always awesome to have nice car washes around. And I keep finding Quick Quacks in every single city I go to. So there's a nice Quick Quack car wash right there in Eagle Mountain. So it's always nice I can go get the car cleaned. But I mean, you got all the different restaurants, a lot of different fast food restaurants that you want, and then of course Saratoga Springs is really close, and it's really getting a whole bunch of nice new restaurants and stores. Saratoga Springs has a Costco and just a bunch of other things like that. So anyway, the Eagle Mountain area is very, very new, and so you're not going to find old stuff there. You're just going to find brand new, really nice homes and properties. Okay, so con number one for Eagle Mountain is it's a little bit isolated in that it's out there. If you want to be close to Provo, this is not the city to move to. You're at least 45 to 48 minutes away from Provo. And if you're in city center, then you're probably even further out. than even 45 minutes away from Provo. You're about 50 minutes away to Salt Lake City. So it's kind of in between the two. So I guess that's good in that sense, in that you're kind of split between the middle between Provo and Salt Lake, but you're out there further away from everything. And then along with that is just there's not a lot of great access to get out to Eagle Mountain. You've got off of I-15 going through Utah County. You've got basically 3 exits that you could take to get you out to Eagle Mountain. You could take the Pioneer Crossing exit and take that out to Saratoga Springs and then connect into the highway or the road that runs you right on out to Eagle Mountain. Or you could take Lehigh Main Street, which used to be the only way to get out there, and that's just 1 lane each direction. It's always very busy, so it's not always the best route. I'd definitely recommend Pioneer Crossing. Or you've got 2100 North, which is also less busy. I would really recommend, if you're getting out to Eagle Mountain, that it's better to go to either the Pioneer Crossing to the south or 2100 North to the north. Those are much better routes. Both of those are going to T-bone into Redwood Road. And then you can take Redwood Road from either one of those over to Lehigh Main Street, which basically turns into the road that takes you on out to Eagle Mountain. So that's kind of one of the cons. It's not necessarily easy to get to. There's not like a freeway off-ramp right there. There's not a belt route for I-15 that runs over that way. So you've got to get off the freeway and drive, 15 minutes to the west, really, maybe even longer to get over to Eagle Mountain. The main north-south road is Redwood Road, and that's one way that you could get into the Salt Lake Valley from Eagle Mountain, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that do that. But anyway, access via roads, it's still a little bit remote. It's going to be a while before there's some more major type highways running out to Eagle Mountain. Okay, so pro number 2 is proximity to Silicon Slopes for jobs. So there are some jobs in the Eagle Mountain area. I saw several, an office complex out in the ranches where you've got different, just different offices, doctor's offices or mortgage company offices or title company, real estate offices, things of that nature. And of course you have the stores that people can work at. But when it comes to like having careers in the high-tech industry, well, you're not that far away to the Silicon Slopes. You're going to be probably 15 minutes. If you're in city center, maybe you're 19, 20 minutes away to Silicon Slopes, where they have a lot of, Adobe's out that way. You've got a whole bunch of the big MLM companies. There's a whole bunch of other high-tech companies out around the Silicon Slopes of Lehigh. So a lot of good job opportunities there, and you're not that far away. And also, the Pleasant Grove exit from there is probably about 25 to 30 minutes away. And there's a bunch more good paying jobs in that area as well. And then if you're working at BYU, just keep in mind you're going to be 45 minutes away to BYU to work there, and then you're going to be 45 to 50 minutes into the Salt Lake Valley for the jobs that are in that area. So that's a pro, is you're not too far away from those different job centers. All right, so let's talk about con number 2. I kind of mentioned it already. It's just the fact that Eagle Mountain's really kind of split in 2 parts. You've got the main part, well, they call it City Center, and it's out behind. It's on the other side of West Mountain, so you can't see the lake or anything from that area like you can some of the other parts of Eagle Mountain. And then you've got the ranches part, which is kind of coming back around the front side of Lake Mountain, and those parts you can see the lake, and you're a lot closer to Saratoga Springs and the main road. So that's kind of one of the cons, is the city's kind of split apart that way. In between those 2 main parts, between the ranches, you have like these ranchettes. Cedar Pass Ranch, some of those areas out there which have homes on, half acre, 1 acre, 5 acres. That's kind of in between the 2 parts. But anyway, it's just a little weird that the city's split in half and just spread out so much. And one thing to keep in mind though, Eagle Mountain's, like, as far as landmass goes, land size, it's like the 4th largest city in all of Utah. So it actually covers a lot of land space, and there's a lot of room to grow out there. And there's just a ton of growth taking place out there because there is so much land available. So my pro number 3 is the proximity to Utah Lake. You're just really, really close to Utah Lake if you like to recreate on a large lake. Utah Lake is a large freshwater lake. It runs basically from the north end of Utah County all the way down to the south end of Utah County, down towards, Santaquin. Or Goshen, but Goshen and Genola area. So, and it just takes up like half, probably more than half the size of Utah County is that freshwater lake all the rivers coming out of the Wasatch Front Range run into that lake and fill that. And then there's one river that runs out of Utah Lake, which is the Jordan River, and that runs north up to the Great Salt Lake, and that's what feeds the Great Salt Lake. But anyway, I mean, you're really close to Utah Lake, so you're close to being able to hop on there to go boating. If you want to go fishing, I see a lot of people doing kite surfing on that lake. Just a lot of recreation to do in and around there. A lot of people love to fish for white bass on Utah Lake. Catfishing is very good on Utah Lake. Carp were introduced many, many years ago to try to provide an alternative source of food. I think probably more than 100 years ago. The bad thing about that is they've really taken over the lake. Way back in the day, there used to be cutthroat trout and Bonneville trout in that lake, and you don't find those fish in that lake anymore. It's a very shallow lake, very warm. Have to be careful in some parts of the lake because you might actually hit the bottom. I've done that I've hit my prop on the bottom down around Bird Island, which is a little further south of Eagle Mountain. But anyway, well, it's a nice place to go hang out on. Make sure that in the summertime, you need to make sure that you steer clear of the areas that might have some toxic algal blooms. That's something that's occurred in the last decade as things have heated up. Some of the areas have had issues with having algal blooms during the summer heat time. As long as you stay away from those, you and your pets will be just fine. But anyway, lots of recreation right there around Utah Lake. Okay, I've mentioned this a couple times too, but this is my my con number 3, and this is just the fact that Eagle Mountain is probably the furthest city away from Provo than all the other cities in Utah County. I mean, even Santaquin, which is on the far south end of Utah County, is closer to Provo than Eagle Mountain is. I mean, from Santaquin, it's going to take you 30 minutes to get to Provo, but Eagle Mountain, you're going to be more like 45 minutes. And if you're out in city center of Eagle Mountain, you could be as far away, 50 minutes. So that's one of the cons, is you're just further away from the Provo-Orem metro area of Provo. But on the other hand, it just means that you're in more of a bedroom community. It's very quiet. A lot of the neighborhoods are just nice bedroom communities, not super noisy. And anyway, there you go. That's my con number 3, is just it's a little bit further away from Provo-Orem. Okay, pro number 4 is the fact that Eagle Mountain is basically in the West Desert. Lots of people in this area love to go recreate and camp and hang out in the West Desert of Utah. I've been out there that way. I remember fond memories as a kid with my family picking up pine cones and looking for pine, the pine seed, the pine nuts, pine seeds, whatever you want to call those. So there's a lot of those pinyon pine trees out there, and you can find those and just have fun doing that. But there's a lot of people like to go camping out there, pull their campers out there and just enjoy camping. And then there's tons and tons of trails out there. So lots of folks around here have their side-by-sides or their ATVs, and you can go check out trails to your heart's content. You can go on them and look for antelope. You've got wild horses that are out in the West Desert you can go try to find. And then, of course, there's plenty of mountain biking. A lot of people also like to target shoot their guns out in the desert. Just one word of caution there. You just need to make sure that there's not a moratorium on shooting. Sometimes they do that. The BLM does that in the summertime to avoid the potential of wildfires, because that has been an issue with people being a little irresponsible with target shooting and shooting exploding targets, and has caused some fires in the area. So generally in this hot summer months, it is prohibited to target shoot out in those areas. So you just want to double check the BLM sites or whoever, just to make sure you're okay with target shooting. But that's definitely one activity lots of people like to do out in the West Desert. So that's my pro number 4, is you're really close to the West Desert and just all the outdoor activities you can do there. So con number 4 is Eagle Mountain is not a walkable community. I'm not even sure if I noticed a UTA bus route out that way, or even been able to walk to a bus route. So it's not walkable. If you want to catch the buses or you want to catch the train tracks, you're going to be 20 minutes drive into Lehigh to the track station to grab that to be able to go south to Provo or north to Salt Lake. You're not going to, unless you're, wanting to have a massive, great workout, you're not really going to be walking to the grocery store to get your groceries. You're going to need a car. The neighborhoods are still very spread out. There's still a lot of space in Eagle Mountain, even though there's a lot of construction going on. Like I've said, you've got city center, and then you've got several miles of space before you get to the other part of Eagle Mountain. So there's a lot of distance separating Eagle Mountain, and even some of the neighborhoods are spread out a little bit. So not the most walkable community in Utah. So my pro number 5 is shopping. I've mentioned before as well, back in the day there was zero shopping in Eagle Mountain, and now there's quite a bit. You're getting a lot of stores all over the city center area. I was just there the other day. They've built a brand new Macy's grocery store right there. There's other restaurants, nice gas stations in the area, so there's a lot of opportunities for that, as well as you've got plenty of shopping down in the ranches part of Eagle Mountain. And then from the ranches, you're literally 4 minutes over to Saratoga Springs and all of the brand new shopping that they've got in there. They've got a super Walmart. You've got a Vossa gym over there. You've got auto parts stores, doctor's office, dentist's office. There's a Costco. There's a Fat Cats. That's a bowling entertainment venue. So, yeah, I mean, you just got, and of course, there's just all the different restaurants you can think of. And so that's not really that far away from Eagle Mountain. And if you want to even go another 10 minutes past that, then you're in Lehi and American Fork, where there's even more shopping and malls and things to go check out. So that's my final bonus for Eagle Mountain, is it's not that far away from some pretty good shopping. Final con number 5 is all the construction. You just need to be aware that if you're in Eagle Mountain, you're in a construction zone. It's been that way for the last 25 years since they incorporated. And it's not going to stop. When I was out there getting videos for this video, there was new construction of homes all over the place, which is great because that's giving a lot of supply for homes for potential buyers to be able to find some great brand new homes at. But you just need to be aware that there's going to be construction going on. You're going to hear all the hammering and the clanging and the banging from all the construction for quite some time. And then again, there's also a lot of construction going on with the building up of the commerce areas of the stores and restaurants and things of that nature. So just something you need to be aware of. You're going to be living in a construction zone for a while. All right, so I promised you a bonus pro about living in Eagle Mountain. One thing that Eagle Mountain has is a fantastic golf course called the Ranches Golf Course. It's in a master plan community in the Ranches area, and so they've built this so that you have beautiful homes that line the course. So it's just running throughout that entire Ranches area community. So, if you've got a home on that in there, you've got a beautiful home with lots of open space looking at the golf course. It's 18 holes. The fairways are, even though it's lined by a lot of houses, the fairways are generally quite wide. Last time I played it, I didn't hit one house, and I honestly didn't really worry about it on any of them because it was wide enough. So that's definitely a bonus. They have a very nice golf course to have, that they've got right there in their city. So I want to thank you for watching this video about the pros and cons of living in Eagle Mountain, Utah. My name is Scott Walters, Best USA Realty. I've been doing real estate and mortgages, but exclusively real estate since 1999, but started in the mortgage business back in 93. So I've been in and around the real estate industry for a lot of years, and I'm using that experience to hopefully bring these cities to life to you. I want to share with you why all these Utah County communities are so wonderful. So reach out to me if you're thinking of moving to Eagle Mountain or the Provo, Utah County area. Reach out to me. Send me a text. Give me a call. Shoot me an email. I'd love to connect with you and get you any information you need that'll help you in your decision-making process. So if you find these videos helpful, I want you to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and click on that notification bell so that you get notified every time that I drop a new video about what it's like living in Provo, Utah and the surrounding areas. And again, my name's Scott Walters, Best USA Realty, and we'll catch you on the next video.